unspectacular but solid.
Yeah, in this game, tested because of the two spinners playing. Oh, that's set down. And he's had no answer for Reina to that. Wouldn't expect that it would bounce a second time before it gets to him and doesn't get anything behind it. Away it goes for four buys.
Yeah, stay down and stay down again. Little legs of Calvin Reina.
Because the pitch is so short of him, his expectation is that he's watching that bounce and then he'll catch it, actually. And bounce in the outfield so he can catch it. He doesn't expect that it'll, on that second bounce, just shoot down off the grass.
The last two balls of the over. Also means that South Africa bring up the field to Joy. Trying to bowl to the new batter on the opposite side.
He might play a shot or two. Gone! Taken by Harmer. Bucket for hands. And the ball's not escaping.
বন্ধুরা এই লাইভ ম্যাচটি ফুল এইচডিতে দেখতে প্রথম কমেন্টে ক্লিক করুন এবং লাইভটি শেয়ার করুন।
It brings to the end an unbelievable innings for Joy. It's been the backbone of this Bangladesh batting order today.
Excellent. Just so good from Mamadul Hassan Joy. A first century for Bangladesh against South Africa in test matches. And what a good one it's been. 137 is amassed and batted for such a long time. 326 balls he faced, and he's kept Bangladesh together. And it is him who has got them to that 298. And not too far behind, trailing by 69. An innings he'll remember for a long time.
Yeah, he was the backbone. Started it all off and he's the last man to go out for Bangladesh. Well played, young man. Well played.
Here for South Africa, once they managed to break that partnership with him and Miraj, managed then to take the rest of the wickets pretty quickly. It will please them. 69 as a lead. You take any lead's a good lead. You're ahead. Oh, no doubt. A time from now, once this test match is over, depending of course on how it finishes up, we'll think about and speak about that. It might have been a lot more in terms of a lead were it for them to take their chances. A few catches going down at critical times. And Bangladesh prospering from that. This is a look at the wicket. Too close, little bit of extra bounce. He's trying to make a shot there towards the end of the over. Just starts back as well off the surface. And Harmer makes absolutely no mistake. Really good hands. Good first innings out if you're Lazard Williams. He's on debut, 3 for 54. There's also a pretty good return. The applause, the appreciation for the efforts. Mamadul Hassan Joy.
There's a look at the Bangladesh batting card then. The name that stands out right at the top, Mamadul Hassan Joy. 137, batted the entire innings. And ably supported by Chantel. Partnership with Liton Das, got 41. Yasir played well until that.
বন্ধুরা এই লাইভ ম্যাচটি ফুল এইচডিতে দেখতে প্রথম কমেন্টে ক্লিক করুন এবং লাইভটি শেয়ার করুন।
The partnerships. The second one, 55 standing out, and in the middle there, Joy and Liton Das. 82.
That's South African bowlers. Debutant Williams with 354. And then Simon Harmer back in international colours, being a standout bowler with 403. Mulder picking up the one, bowling the mere 4 overs.
The summary then of the match at this point: South Africa 367, of Buma with 93 and Elgar with 67. Khalid 4 for 92. Mehdi very good for his 3 for 94. Everdot also with a couple of wickets for 86. Bangladesh 298. Joy 137 stands out. And Harmer with wickets for 4 for 103. Good return on a comeback. And Williams 3 for 54. Good returns, 2 on debut. It's Bangladesh then would trail. They trail by 69 runs on first innings. Change of innings. The noise you hear, the engine you hear, is that great big roll as it flattens the surface out. It's been pretty good though. Let's see how South Africa go a second time round.
বন্ধুরা, এই লাইভ ম্যাচটি ফুল এইচডিতে দেখতে প্রথম কমেন্টে ক্লিক করুন এবং লাইভটি শেয়ার করুন।
Welcome back to Kingsmead, where Bangladesh have just completed their innings. 298 all out they were, and it's headlined by Mamadul Hassan Joy. A fantastic innings, 137 in the end, and these are some of the shots that he played. Happy to let the bowlers come to him, very much a leg-sided player, and didn't go searching outside off or searching on that offside unless the ball was really full and he was sure that he could get it through the offside. An innings of patience and quite good shot making and selection, because South Africa tried to keep him quiet and for periods of time managed to keep him quiet, but it didn't ruffle him at all. He just played and ensured that he stayed out there. All these shots you see are towards the end as he was running out of partners and looking to make a play for Bangladesh, and also try to ensure that he keeps the strike. Really well done. Predominantly that leg side. But happy to play straight. Happy to.
বন্ধুরা এই লাইভ ম্যাচটি ফুল এইচডিতে দেখতে প্রথম কমেন্টে ক্লিক করুন এবং লাইভটি শেয়ার করুন।
26% at square and offside, but on length and just outside off. Happy to leave it alone, and he's got his side close. Batted a long time, 442 minutes. Good concentration, good powers of concentration, and showing the rest how it ought to be done and how they might do it that second time round. Now, all that done, it's over to the bowlers. A final chit-chat as they start up again, and their attack, in contrast to South Africa's attack, is seam heavy. 3 seamers, and those are who they rely on, and they had some help, a whole lot of help in the first innings from Mehdi Hassan Miraj, who kept things quiet. But the desire here as they go out is that the seamers could strike up at the front and ensure that they set some jitters into South Africa's change room.
Yeah, it was an inauspicious start with the first innings, with the first new ball. They were a lot better after lunch on day one, and a lot better with the second new ball. But a man that has operated with a new ball next to me, Bernard Philander, they'll be looking for a better start this time around.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. I think they would have learned a lot after that first morning. So they formulated the game plan after lunch, which have worked for them successfully. They've been a lot better with the second new ball. So you'd have expect them to have learned a lot, and conditions are all stacked up in favour of the seamers right now. As we watch umpire Maria Rasmus immediately bring out the light meter.
.2, I think it's come down a little bit. Average from Dean Elder, very good player. South Africa's captain. 75 matches now, that's a whole lot of test matches. New partner, relatively so, and Farrell Irv here. 108. Pleased him no end. You want success early on. What it does is then it buys you time. He's 32 years old, Sarah Lurvia, so been around the system and quite happy to get his opportunity. And when you get them kind of late in the career, you tend to ensure that you don't waste it. Certainly try and ensure. Khalid Ahmed will take the new.
বন্ধুরা এই লাইভ ম্যাচটি ফুল এইচডিতে দেখতে প্রথম কমেন্টে ক্লিক করুন এবং লাইভটি শেয়ার করুন।
square leg, mid on, mid off. And backward point, hanging about, waiting. The light not particularly great, but we'll have to wait and see with regard to whether the umpires feel it's not good enough to continue on.
Yeah, they've certainly given the go-ahead for the seam to start, so it means the light is still okay for now.
Lovely. Just where you want to start. On target, right on line, decent enough length, and they've got a probe there. And you can bet your bottom dollar that the Bangladeshis will be going, it's a bit dark out here, boys. Let's take them with us.
Absolutely, and very vocal behind the stumps at the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly the start you want with a new ball. Getting the batsman to play at it.
And the difference, I guess, with yesterday is that South Africa were able to operate with two front-line spinners. And we don't know whether the question was asked to the players or not. It's solely in the umpire's control, the light and whether it's good enough or not, and whether you carry on or not. Not like in times past where you'd offer it to the batters and say, do you want to carry on? And I suppose the change to that way of operating was a pretty good change. I say so, and I should ask you, Ashwell, how many times in teams, you guys and Vern yourself, you'd sit and a wicket would go down at round about that time before it was then offered. And that was rather irritating for everybody, certainly on the batting side.
Yeah, that's happened on numerous occasions, and when it did happen, you almost want him to then carry on playing, or you know, looking at the umpires, you want them to carry on. You decided we're going to play. Don't bring us off now that a wicket is falling, because if it was bad, then we should have come off before the wicket falls.
Yeah, I have to agree. It happened far too often in my career as well. It's almost like they're waiting for a wicket to fall before they make that call.
Serbia away, South Africa away a second time round. But it depended very much on whether you're on the bowling side or not. When you're on the bowling side, no wants to revel in it and kind of use it to your advantage. But you know it comes back.
Absolutely, Pom. If you have ball in hand, you want to stay out there for a little longer. Make sure you use conditions to your advantage.
বন্ধুরা এই লাইভ ম্যাচটি ফুল এইচডিতে দেখতে প্রথম কমেন্টে ক্লিক করুন এবং লাইভটি শেয়ার করুন।
It was the pick of the bowlers for Bangladesh in the first innings was Khalid Ahmed. End of the first over then, 1 for none.
ঢাললা পড়ে গেল হরলিক্স 500 গ্রাম